This is Eagle Owl, and today I'm gonna talk about a fifth round draftee, Drew Kendall. We're gonna deep dive and why I believe he's the steal of the draft. Also, we got to talk about Saquon Barkley and how Josh Jacobs gave him a lot of praise for doing something he would never do. And lastly, we got to talk about Jordan Davis and will he hit that stride? But let's get straight into it. All right, man. Before we hop straight into it, I want to talk about a UDFA signee, Giles Jackson, out of Washington. I look at him more as a special teams guy. Look, let's go over some of the numbers. So, according to Anthony DeBona, he hauled in an 85 reception for 893 yards and 7 touchdowns. Jackson also had 33 rushing attempts for 183 yards, 5.5 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns during his college career. Earlier in his college career at Michigan, Jackson showcased the ability to be an explosive kick returner, where he had 2 kickoff returns over 90 yards for 2 touchdowns. So look, man, this dude, he's explosive. He's explosive. It's good that you brought him in, but for us to sign him, that means we possibly let somebody go or somebody went somewhere else. So again, congratulations to Giles Jackson. Hopefully, he can make an impact. But I do see him as that Britton Covey type guy, at least to start. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe he could be a legit wide receiver four. So we will definitely see. His speed is up there for sure. I think he ran like a 4.45. His RAS score is like in the seventh range. It's not 8 or 9. I know it's close to 8, but it's his size. That's the reason why his RAS score was low. He's like 5'8", 183. So he's a small guy, but all the other attributes he have can be NFL top level. So we'll see. We'll definitely see about him. And speaking of signees and stuff like that, let's talk about the guy that signed the players, Howie Roseman. So Phil Yates, he was speaking with Chris Long about like, how do Howie Roseman keep doing this? Or why do people say, oh, Howie did it again? And Phil Yates mentioned something very important. And let me play this clip.
People keep asking, it's like, how do the Eagles keep getting away with this? And I really believe the truth of it is this. It's not getting away with anything. It's that Philadelphia a long time ago made a decision that they were consistently going to be comfortable drafting for value and not for need. Now, does that mean that you're always going to be a dominant team? No, because it may be that you've got some real roster holes. But if you always draft for value and you worry a lot less about need, you're going to end up stockpiling a lot of good players. And ultimately, no matter how smart the coach or the GM are or not, like, you got to have dudes as well. And the Eagles have consistently had dudes, and it didn't stop this past weekend. I love the Campbell pick. Some of the guys they got on day 3, like, again, less sexy, but like Smile Munden, the linebacker from Georgia, if you saw him, like, super impressive as well. Drew Kendall, son of Pete Kendall, longtime NFL center in the 5th round. Like, not that they needed, they just made their center one of the highest paid ever. And it's like, we'll still draft the second best one in the entire class in the 5th round because it's a good value for us. That's just what they do.
I couldn't agree more. Yes, Jahad Campbell fell to us. Or yes, we got the Ty Robinsons. But when you look at a guy like Drew Kendall, and after you just signed the Cam Jurgens, Eagles get good picks. Because we talking about Drew Kendall, right? Let's just translate to Drew Kendall. He is possibly the second best center in this draft, and you got him in the 5th round after you sign Cam Jurgens. I will say this. I've been watching a lot of this dude tape just to get ready for this video. He will be starting in 3 years. I'm not sure at center or guard, and that's why they listed him that way. This dude is way too good just to be sitting on a bench. He's going to be a starter in a couple years. So let's go over some of his numbers. Let's go over his background a bit. So, yeah, let's get into that. So, first of all, RAS score out of this world, 9.09. He got the height. His weight is in that mid-range, 309. He didn't bench too much. That's what dropped the score a little low. But we're talking about the dude that ran a 505. You see his 20-yard split. His 10-yard split is pretty good. So, again, high, very high score. He's the son of Pete Kendall, who was drafted in the 1st round. in 1996. He also obviously went to Boston College as well. Boston College is known as the O-line factory. So a lot of good O-linemen come out of Boston College. And he also only allowed one sack last year on 300 plus pro pass snaps at Boston College. Think about how much times the center get rushed at. He only allowed one sack. So what happened over the past 2 or 3 seasons? So according to Jeff Kerr, Drew Kendall just allowed 2 sacks and 3 QB hits and 1,703 offensive snaps in the last 2 seasons. 2 sacks, 3 QB hits, and I'm pretty sure one of those sacks wasn't his fault. 3 QB hits. Listen to what I'm saying. Over 1,703 snaps. You think this guy gonna be on the bench for so long? This dude again is too good. He's too good to be on the bench. I'm telling you, the second best center out of this draft. And again, there's a reason why they listed him as a center slash guard because I think the Eagles view him the same way I view him. He's a backup now. Maybe he's a backup again. But at some point, he's going to get his opportunity at center or guard. And I love Cam Jurgens. He's the one. I'm telling you, he can ball out. And he going to have some really good snaps. And preseason, his name going to be mentioned in the training camp. I'm telling you, this dude is like that. He's like that for real, for real. So, hey, man, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong on this one, but I've been doing a lot of Drew Kendall studying, and man, the dude is sharp. He's sharp. He can play. He can ball. So I can't wait to see what he do in training camp. You know, rookie mini camp start today, and yeah, best of luck to Drew Kendall, man. Best of luck. But back to Phil Yates, that's the points he made because Howie Roseman, his problem was, at least in the beginning, was those like first 2 to 3 rounds. Those was his problems. But when you get to that 4, 5, 6, 7, he find gems. Jordan Mailata, a gem. You go to you even could say Josh Sweat, who was a 4th round pick, because remember it was really supposed to be Derek Barnett, but Josh Sweat was a gem. You could say T.J. Edwards, undrafted free agent, gem. Reed Blankenship, a gem. So I never really had problems with Howie Roseman with the undrafted free agents or the end of the rounds or whatever, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. His problem was 1, 2, and 3, but he been hitting on that too. That's why everybody's saying like, yo, Howie Roseman is the best GM because his only flaw he had at the time, he got better. So it's no surprise that we found the gem and Drew Kendall in the 5th round. Is no surprise at all. So he keep working, man. Keep working, keep grinding. Telling you, time will come. His time will come. All right. So let's talk about Jordan Davis, right? So Howie Roseman been on the media run, and WIP asked him about, what made him pick up, Jordan Davis contract or exercise Jordan Davis contract. He said it was pretty easy, basically. And sometimes, I'm just summing up what he said. He said sometimes it take defensive tackles time to hit their stride. But he believed Jordan Davis is hitting his stride now because year 1, year 2, it's like okay, but I came in front. Yeah, I call me a Jordan Davis hater. I don't think I hate him. I'm just very critical of him, but I don't think I hate the guy. I can't lie. He ended the season really, really well. Really, really well. My thing is what I had to see in Jordan Davis. Can he take on more snaps? Can that 37% turn into 47%? Can it turn to 50%? Hell, we got Jalen Carter playing every single snap. The only time he get rest is when we blowing the team out. So can he get that to 50%? Can he beat out Moro Jomo to start and get more snaps? Can he beat out Ty Robinson? We will see. But to me, again, 12.9 is a really good bargain price for a defensive tackle. today. And then especially if you think a guy's hitting his stride, you basically got him on a cheap deal. Because what did Jordan Davis give you? 4 sacks. If he give you 4 or 5 sacks, that's a great year for Jordan Davis. If he give you 4 or 5 sacks, 50% of the snaps, he's still going to be a run stuffer. Can't complain. You cannot complain because that means he's going to get better and better because year 6, year 7 is usually like that prime. So we'll see. We'll see if Howie Roseman right on this one. I hope he is. I really, really do. I mean, Jordan Davis was his RAS score. I don't have to look it up. I know it was ridiculous. We thought he was going to be the Vita Vita, but rookie year was okay. Second year, where we expected him to hit that big stride, he got tired out. We didn't have the best coordinators, if we're being honest. This year started off rocky. Then you see him getting better and better through the year. But when he got better and better, they lessened his snap count. Remember, he was getting those high snap counts too. It's like, you know what? Let's play Milton Williams more and let him come in from time to time. That really worked out for Jordan Davis. So can Jordan Davis really take that step and play more snaps and be that guy? That's a wait and see thing. Because I seen an interview with him, and y'all seen it. Jordan Davis claiming like, yo, I'm working out to the point like, he's starting to see abs a little bit. So we'll see how much shape he's in. We'll definitely see. All right, so let's get into the last topic. Saquon Barkley. I'll talk about my guy Saquon just a little bit. Josh Jacobs gave him his props. He also gave the O-line his props. But let me play this clip.
You are one of the best running backs in ball, right? And you talked about the Georgia game, right? You said every run, it felt like I was a tackle away from breaking it. It felt like that was every game for Saquon Barkley this year, man. As a peer, as someone who is seen on that level, how impressive was what Saquon was able to do in Philadelphia last year?
Yeah, some of the shit he was doing, I'm like, damn, like I wouldn't try that shit. But I'm like, yeah, like it was nice. I ain't gonna lie, it was nice. But then I was looking too, like I'm telling you, I study film for real. And I'm watching this line, I'm like, this line is amazing. I'm like, he damn near getting 3-4 yards without getting touched. And with his ability, it's like, bro, you can't give him that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to bottle him up early. You know what I'm saying? So I think he is literally in the perfect system for his style of game. And he's with a perfect group of guys. So shout outs to him, man.
I'm happy to see Saquon get his props because we was in the NFC with Saquon Barkley, NFC East. We knew how good he was. We like, man, the Giants O-line is just not doing him no justice. And everybody can say he's wise. He ain't the same guy. Look what he's doing in New York. And then pull up his numbers. So I'm like, yo, Saquon behind our O-line is generational. And that's exactly what he showed. It's generational. He broke the record for the most yards in a season. Including the playoffs, of course. He ain't break it during the, regular season, but including the playoffs, most yards ever. Most yards ever. So shout out to Saquon Barkley. Hell, his year was so good, we had to give him a pay raise, and he getting the respect by his peers now. Because when he's with the Giants, everybody like, yeah, Saquon's good. But everybody can say something's missing. Yeah, he hit them home runs. But after that, he'll go for 1-2 yards. That's how people described him. I'm like, nah, man, it's just that old line in New York never did him justice. And honestly, I don't think a running back is enough to lift a franchise. I think it's to put the cherry on top. For example, with us, if we had a better run game the first time we played the Chiefs, or at least the threat of a run game, because we didn't even have the best run game this Super Bowl with Saquon Barkley, but just that threat, it opened up everything. So that's what we was missing in 2022. But you seen the play action and how everybody from the Chiefs came up. Jalen Hurts was on it, threw that dagger to Devontae Smith. Yeah, man. Again, shout out to Saquon Barkley doing this thing. And what do you think? How do you feel about the news today? A lot of Drew Kendall. Had to talk about my guy, Howie Roseman philosophy, Jordan Davis. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.